Hey guys, in today's video we're going to see how to crochet this cute little sling bag for your camera. So let's get started. Let me show you this bag. So it has a granny's rectangle, let's say, on both sides with double crochet stitches for the remaining 3 sides and a handle. Again a double crochet, 1 row of double crochet. I'll explain to you in detail. And I just have this one small black button here so that the camera is safe inside as you keep traveling. So this is the button for the closure, and this is how my bag looks like. A long sling so that you can just put it like that. So this is how the bag looks like inside. So let's get into the materials required for this. So I used a 3 mm hook for this, and the teal colored yarn is this. It's full of tangles now. I had a tough time working with this yarn, but somehow completed the project. And the black one here is baby soft yarn in the color black, and the highlight of this project is the yellow yarn here. It's a cotton yarn. I got this yarn several years, probably 9 to 10 years ago, and I don't know what is the brand of the yarn, but it has a beautiful shine. If you can see, it has a beautiful shine just right for the strap, the handle of the sling bag. I just used 1 row of double crochet, and look at the way it turned out. I really love this yarn and I miss this yarn. It just got over when I was completing the double crochet stitch. The last stitch, you will not believe me, it just got over. I couldn't have got it from anywhere because I don't even remember the shop I got this yarn, but this is a cotton yarn. So let's get into I was with yellow, black and blue. These are the 3 colors of yarn. I got this teal colored yarn in Pradhan embroidery, and I also got this baby soft black yarn in Pradhan embroidery online shop. So I can put the link in the description probably. And I just added this small button inside so that you can use one of those squares to bring the button outside so that it is secure. That is how I designed this bag. Let me explain about the stitches used. So 2 granny squares. I started off with teal colored yarn with 2 granny squares. I just measured the height of the camera. It came out to 5 rows of granny square, not rectangle. I used granny square. You can also use granny's rectangle for this, but I used granny square, 5 rows of granny square. Then what I did was I just added 3 more rows. Instead of going around for the granny square, I just made 3 more rounds this side, 3 more rows of the same pattern. We generally use 3 double crochets in one stitch, isn't it? We call it a shell. So the usual pattern of granny square, I made a granny square with 5 rows and then added 3 more rows to make it a rectangle this side, not around, just this side. So I made 2 such granny rectangles, let's say, for the 2 sides of the bag. So these 2 are done. Now we know how we did this. For the sides, I measured the height of the camera here, this side, and I added that many chains. Then 2 rows of double crochet. Added the chains as much as I want, the height, and then added 2 rows of double crochet stitches. So that is how I did the sides, both the sides. So 2 granny's rectangles for the front part and the back part, and for the sides 2 rows of double crochet after measuring the height of the camera. Now for the base again, the number of chains will be this part of the camera. So I added that many chains, this time the yellow yarn, so that it's cotton yarn, so that the base is strong. I wanted a strong base, that's why I chose the yellow yarn. When I took this up, I was really scared if I had very less yarn, so I was not sure whether this will be sufficient, but somehow I managed it. So again, 2 rows of double crochet. So all you need to know is double crochet, how to do double crochet stitches. If you know that, you can finish this project, but there is only one other stitch I have used. You can also use double crochet for that instead of puff stitch. So this is done, right? The front part, granny's rectangle, 2 rows of double crochet stitches, 2 rows of double crochet stitches, depending upon the camera's dimensions. So this is done. So you will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 separate patches. You will have to stitch them all together in the end. Then let's talk about this. So this is an interesting design, isn't it? Otherwise it looks just like an ordinary bag without this design. So I've made it look like a camera itself. The sling bag resembles the camera because of this design. It's just a simple design, but look at the way it changes a project, isn't it? So what I did was, I used this baby soft yarn, black. I made a magic circle, a magic ring, and 8 puff stitches first in the magic circle. 8 puff stitches, and in the next row or in the next round, 16 stitches, puff stitches. That means every stitch will have 2 puff stitches. So I have increased by 2, 8 in the first and 16 in the second. It's all about mathematics, right? Crocheting. So that's it with the puff stitch. And then I used the yellow yarn for the third row. For the third row, every other row I increased. 2 double crochets followed by 1 double crochet. 2 double crochets followed by 1 double crochet. That way this is done. Which means 24 stitches, right? But this time it is the double crochet. 2 rows of puff stitch and 1 row of double crochet. So that is how I designed this. So we spoke about the granny's rectangles, double crochet, 2 rows of double crochet for the 3 sides, and for the handle I just added as many chains as I want for the length of the sling bag. So I wanted a good length so that it is travel friendly. I just made that many chains and added just 1. I thought I would add 2 double crochet stitches, but this was just right for this bag. This is a cute little bag, so this was just right because of the quality of the yarn. The yarn is shiny as well as stiff, and it is cotton, so it's durable as well. So that is how I did this. I just added that many chains and then added double crochet stitches, 1 row of double crochet for all the chains, and then stitched it into this. I just stitched it into this on both the sides. So we spoke about all the different parts of this bag, and I've explained to you all the stitches I have used. Maybe I will demonstrate all this in the next video. For now, I just wanted to explain how I did this bag, and for the closure I just added this button over here. I didn't want to disturb the design, the overall design of the bag. It looks cute, right? So what I did was I just added 1 button inside so that it will just pop out the other side without disturbing. It is secure, but it will not disturb this design. And it's just a small button at the back, which is also cute. So that is how I did this bag. So let me show you one last time how you can put this inside, just resembling the bag, the camera. And the button. That's all for this video. So do let me know how it turned out for you. Try it out with different colors of yarn and textures of yarn, and let me know how it turned out for you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.